Guyana wants to expand its already booming oil and gas industry, but hopes to do so while simultaneously improving legal and regulatory mechanisms to guarantee that Guyanese benefit as much as possible from the lucrative sector. The government has talked about creating new oil contracts called production sharing agreements and overhauling the decades-old Petroleum Act. And the country's Vice President, Dr. Bharrat Jagdeo, on Thursday told reporters that the new contracts and a bill with amendments to the petroleum law should be finalized by July.
Outer time limit that we have established now for both the legislation and the PSA, which is mid-July, the outer time limit. So we're not going to rush the process, but that's the outer time limit. But we're taking every comment seriously. We're taking every comment seriously because the oil and gas companies also have given comments.
The focus on the law and the new oil contracts comes as the government is auctioning off 14 unused oil blocks offshore Guyana. Earlier this week, the government extended the auction of the oil blocks for 14 shallow blocks and 3 deep-water blocks. Jagdeo added that this extension will see the blocks being awarded afterwards. Altogether, it is believed that Guyana will benefit more.
We want to ensure two things: that we get more benefits for Guyana from the fiscal side, more business flowing to Guyanese companies and individuals. That's through the local content law. We want a PSA that can properly regulate the sector from a safety perspective and from a environmental perspective, bearing in mind the need to move to a decarbonized world, all of those things. But we also want to attract investments.
Even as the government is hoping to make changes, Jagdeo said modifications to the criteria for bidding are not likely. Various criteria have been detailed in a document released by the Ministry of Natural Resources. The newsroom understands that some foreign companies interested in participating in Guyana's auction have engaged the government on its technical criteria provided for bidding for the deepwater blocks. Specific concerns have been raised about the criterion of producing at least 200,000 barrels of oil per day in deepwater projects elsewhere. Asked about any concerns raised, Jagdeo said the government is not likely to change conditions before the auction.
I don't see us changing any condition now at this stage. Not a single condition will change. We opted to allow locals to tender to because of the same question. So we went a bit low on experience.
The only condition the government may be open to changing is its limit on the award of 3 blocks per investor. That could be changed post-bidding if there is only one investor bidding in a large number of blocks, Jagdeo said. Reporting for the newsroom, I am Finalise.